To continue our discussion on Chapter 2, we're going to move into talking about general merchandise retailers. The first broad category of general merchandise retailers would be department stores. Department stores are retailers that carry a broad variety and deep assortment of products. They offer customer service and they are organized into very distinct departments. An example would be Nordstrom, or Dillard's, or Macy's, or JCPenney, or Kohl's would all fall into the category of department stores. Department stores often offer a pleasing ambiance. They sell both soft goods, which are non-durable or consumable goods, and hard goods, which are manufactured items designed to last several years. So when you think about soft goods, that would be clothing, shoes. It would be jewelry. It would be chocolates. When you think about hard goods, this would be furniture. Most department stores today do focus on soft goods and have very few hard goods in stock. Department stores are normally located within shopping malls, and there's space allotted to each department to resemble a collection of specialty shopping outlets. When we talk about department stores, they usually offer exclusive designer merchandise. When you think about this, we think about Vera Wang for Kohl's, or other types of exclusive merchandise that you can only get at that location. Some department stores offer private label merchandise. Macy's sells American Rag, which is actually a label designed and manufactured by that retailer, and so you can only get the goods in that place. A lot of department stores have expanded to become multi-channel retailers and have a social presence online. We'll talk more about multi-channel retailers when we get to Chapter 3, but in general what this means is that not only do they sell their products in stores, but they often sell them online and sometimes through catalogs. Full-line discount stores are the second type of general merchandise retailer that we need to know about. Full-line discount stores are retailers that have a broad variety of merchandise. They usually have limited service, but they are able to offer lower prices. They sell both private label brands and national brands. When we think of a full-line discount store, the two that come to mind are Target and Walmart. Target and Walmart compete very heavily with specialty stores such as Best Buy, Bed Bath & Beyond, and Lowe's, which we'll talk about next. Each full-line discount store usually has their own points of differentiation. For example, Walmart operates on low price, while Target operates on a cheap chic strategy. Category specialists are what we consider to be big box stores that offer a narrow but deep assortment of merchandise. The best example of a category specialist is Best Buy. They have a very limited variety of products, but they offer a very deep assortment of merchandise. What variety of products does Best Buy offer? Electronics and a few appliances, but that's all. They have a very deep assortment within those categories, hence why they're called a category specialist. These types of retailers generally use a self-service approach, but they do offer personal service in some areas. For example, you can walk through and browse the DVDs, computer games by yourself, but when it comes to the camera counter or the appliance counter or the computer counter, there's usually someone there to talk to each individual customer. Category specialists often have a hard time differentiating themselves, but what they can do is create buying power. And category specialists often have major buying power, which means they can buy at a very low price and they're guaranteed a supply from the manufacturer. And that's because they buy so many items of merchandise and they sell so many items of merchandise for that manufacturer. That often means that they kill the line at other retailers. So for example, while Best Buy can sell 30 different types of TVs, Walmart usually only sells 3 or 4. In addition to category specialists, it's also important to talk about specialty stores. Specialty stores offer a limited number of complementary merchandise categories, and they generally have a very high level of service. Specialty stores comprise a wide range of retailers. When you think of stores in the shopping malls, such as Victoria's Secret, Brooks Brothers, and Pottery Barn, those are all specialty stores. They can also be called destination stores because people seek them out for a special type of merchandise categories. In addition to some of those specialty stores that we think about in the mall, we can also include thrift stores, consignment shops, and drug stores into this category. Other types of specialty stores would include manufacturer stores. For example, Godiva operates their own stores in malls, and Coach operates their own stores, usually in shopping malls. Their points of differentiation are that they target very specific segments. For example, Brooks Brothers targets young men or middle-aged men who often are high fashion and seeking dress clothes. Normally, their sales associates have a very specific area of expertise. For example, the sales associates in Victoria's Secret know how to help women select undergarments that are appropriate for each individual customer. Extreme value retailers are small discount stores that offer a broad variety but generally shallow assortment of merchandise. When we think of extreme value retailers, we think about the Dollar General or the Dollar Tree. These retailers are generally focused on low-income customers, but not always. Normally, they're able to get large brands to create smaller and more affordable packages of merchandise to sell in those stores that you cannot get at any other type of retailer. For example, instead of selling a 6-pack of Kraft mac and cheese like you would get at a grocery store, at the Dollar General it normally comes in a 3-pack, which is the only place you can get a 3-pack of mac and cheese. Sometimes, and even in more recent years, extreme value retailers have turned to carry unique merchandise, and so customers, even who aren't low income, seek out this unique merchandise at these stores such as the Dollar General and Dollar Tree. They've broadened their appeal to a higher income customer who are looking for an exciting bargain for a unique piece of merchandise. Finally, we'll talk about off-price retailers. These retailers have a very inconsistent assortment of brand name merchandise at a very significant discount off of the manufacturer's suggested retail price. Off-price retailers usually only carry closeouts, which are clearance items. They might have end-of-season merchandise that we know won't be sold next merchandise at a general retailer, so we sell them at an off-price retailer. They could sell irregular merchandise, which are merchandise that have very minor mistakes that while they might not be visible to the consumer's eye, they do not make it through quality control at the manufacturer. A couple of these types of stores would be TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Marshalls. Those are all off-price retailers. Some other off-price retailers are in the form of online retailers. Websites that offer merchandise at greatly discounted prices for limited times, such as Rue La La or Outlook. Another type of off-price retailer would be outlet stores and factory outlets, and these are off-price retailers that are owned by the manufacturer. So for example, Saks Fifth Avenue has an outlet store called Off Fifth. Nordstrom now operates Nordstrom Rack, and Nike has the Nike Outlet. So that concludes our discussion on general merchandise retailers. Retailers can fall into one category: department stores, full-line discount stores, category specialists, specialty stores, extreme value retailers, or off-price retailers. So here's something for you to think about. Consider a product category that both you and your parents purchase regularly. This might be clothing, music, shampoo. In which type of store do you typically purchase that merchandise? And what about your parents? Do you shop at the same types of retailers, or do you shop at different retailers? Why do you think there is or isn't a difference at the type of stores that you shop at?